poverty should not be a crime, number one. And we need to figure out how to kind of bring hope back to people, number two. And then finally, if you've paid your debt to society by being in prison, you need to be able to rebuild your life. You have 2.2 million Americans who are currently in prison. I think that a lot of people think that once you go to prison, you're there forever and they're never going to deal with them again. That's not true. 95% of them will be coming out, which roughly translates to about 700,000 people coming out per year, which then translates to 1 in 3 Americans having a criminal record. I went into the law because I think that there was a good way to combine my love of the sciences, the arts, literature, and sort of see, because the rule of law is a reflection of us. It's not just kind of the separate silo that exists apart from everything else. We are going to Save Streets and Second Chances initiative, and we're meeting John Kufos and his team to go over things on the pro bono initiative. Growing up in New York City in the 90s, you weren't really allowed to go on the subways. The crack cocaine epidemic was at its height, and people were constantly worried about their safety. We lived in a very lower middle class apartment complex, and 14, 15-year-old young boys basically regularly went in and out of Rikers Island. My parents were like, they're bad people, don't talk to them, don't even meet their eyes in the elevator. But I also thought like these folks weren't really bad, and when you conversed with them, then you figured out that they had dreams, they had aspirations, but they didn't have like an outlet or anywhere to go. Hold on, I think it's that building right there, that on the left.
Carrie Pettis Davis and I had a call with Sam Heyer at the governor's office. And one of the things that we talked about, we really love your guidance, is to developing some sort of pro bono pipeline to restore driver's licenses.
I think the most rewarding part about criminal justice reform is to interact with the people who are part of the system, the families affected, to better understand and test out our assumptions constantly. Because I've never failed to be surprised by how wrong we all are about what we assume about other people. Very positive dynamic that has happened really in the last 2 years, that more businesses are willing to speak up about hiring people and retaining people with criminal records.
Hello, how are you?
Fourth Amendment issues are always big. I mean, I think there may be a majority of the court that would be willing to, do away with acquitted conduct sentencing, which that's very important.
I mean, I think for a long while in this country, we have forgotten that, people and talent are key. So in an ideal world, about 5 to 10 years from now, hopefully all businesses in America will be focused on hiring and retaining people with criminal records.
There are maybe 50 different organizations that have approached us now about how we can go about targeting specific second chances programming for HR professionals so that they can benefit from that.
And to really have supervisors and managers who understand how to deal with those different sort of pieces of diversity, of thought, of different sort of communities of experiences, to reduce all these barriers, to make sure that we can get maximum talent, regardless of whatever disclaimer is next to someone's name. And this is a nation of second chances, right?